Hi, well, I hope you're doing well. Another brew day. Today I'm having a bit of a double brew day, making two pale ales. I'm making an English pale ale, which is going to be quite hoppy, and an APA. At the moment I'm bashing in 25 litres of water. It's been treated with acid and a Camden tablet. I'm going for a kind of slightly bitter style for the English pale. That's what I'm going to be doing first. Design is pale malt. Well, it's about 50% pale, 20% Pilsner because I want to get rid of it. I mean, it's Maris Otter anyway. And 20% Vienna. I'm also sticking 200 grams of wheat in there for heat, head retention, and also dry it out a bit maybe. And also obviously the last thing is to just get rid of it. Going to be bittering it with Northern Brewer, aroma hops, Fuggles, homegrown ones. I'm going to stick about 100 grams in after the boil and ferment out with some Saffel 04. Bashing it 64. I'm going to be mashing today for about 75 minutes. On a bit of, I found lately that my my efficiency has been slightly down. I don't know whether this is because my grains are old or the last batch I did is quite big. So I wanted, this is a slightly larger batch. I will mash it a bit longer. It's about 10:30. Water's at 55 centigrade, so it's going up to 64, and yeah, hopefully I'll get it done today. So I've only got till about 4:30 or something, but I can always bring some lights out here if it gets a little bit dark. Hope you're all fine out there. Let's carry on. I'm maybe not do too much footage. I'll perhaps bring you in at the salient points, but we'll see how it goes. Right, hit 64. Let's get this mashed in. Doughed in. Everybody says mashed in. I don't know what is the right word. That's the question. Anyway, got about 56 grams of malt here. So no, 5.6 grams of malt here. I think it's 5.6. It's quite a lot either way. But let's get this in there. Preferred method is to just put half in and mix it and put the other half in. See if that works. Okay, so let's get that finished off. Right, we've got all that in there. Let's cover it up. Get it going. 75-minute mash, and let that go. Let's tick. Okay, so we'll come back. So we'll come back in a while and see how it's getting on. All right, see you soon. Well, it's going on well. Good colour. I must say it's coming like nice and clear. So that was a mash for 75 minutes. Just come up to 75 centigrade. I'm going to take a reading in a second and see how well it's come out. It's been good. Be out to the shops. Upgrading my my hose lock connectors to little stainless steel ones, so that's quite good. And today I'm going to do the recirculation business, where I'm going to go through here and then through the outer case. Hopefully hopefully it'll boost the cool time. I've really tried. I started using this one here. Let me come back a bit. I started using this chiller, and I found it was chilling down so fast that I didn't really need to use the outer thing as well. But I have found is that when I'm chilling down, I get, well, the bottom down here is nice and cold, but this part at the top here is still warm. So hopefully this jacket will come to its own to obviously cool the whole thing down. So the chiller will look after the main parts at the bottom there, and then we'll look at getting the rest of this here cool. So I'll try to, yeah, so as it comes through the chiller, I go from the top here to the bottom, and then out of there down into a container or the drain. Right, we're getting towards 1:30. We've got 3.5 hours to go. Oh god, so it's gonna be dark. Anyway, we're up to the boil. I've taken to leaving the top slightly off at the moment because it's a bit chilly. And obviously we've still got steam coming out, but we get a nice rolling boil. It's about 97.5. That's cool. I'm going to it'll ping in a second, but I will know it is definitely boiling. So let's just turn the temperature down a bit. Work it up. And we'll get the first load of hops in, which is Northern Brewer. This is the first and only hop chop I'm going to be doing for bittering. That's 40 grams. Nice. Right, so we'll leave that for an hour, and I'll come back to it soon. Anyway, I have to make way for the pale ale, so I'm just kegging this lager, well, Pilsner or Mexican cerveza. That's nice and clear. Anyway, you can see that a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I've been cold crashing for a few weeks, and now I'm going to stick it in the keg as well, carb it up, and let it cold crash a bit more. Right, well, lager a bit more in the fridge. But yeah, it's done really well. I'll give it a taste in a minute. I think it's down to its final gravity, so I'm not going to check anymore. But since it's a lager malt, it will, well, since it's a lager yeast, it will most likely chew away at it a little bit more anyway. That's down to the yeah, that's down to, I think that's down to about 12.5 bricks, which comes to about 5%, but we'll let it go at that. Ooh, there we are. So it chilled down. One thing, I just popped my end of my pipe onto the end of the chiller actually, just to get the to sterilise it a bit. But we're going to bring it, turn it off. I'm going to turn it down to 80, and I'll shove 100 grams of Fuggles in there to aroma and to just finish it off. So let's just bring it down a bit. It should come down pretty rapidly actually. Oh, don't press it right, it's hot. So yeah, as soon as I finish this now, I'm going to shove the next load in, which is sat over there. That's got all the water adjustments in. I may have actually said I'm after a semi-bitter profile earlier on, but I meant the actual, obviously, this is a kind of medium bitter water profile I've used, and that one's the more of a bitter profile for the APA, obviously. Yeah, so yeah, we're just down to almost under 80, and we can get the hops in now. I think I'm just going to carry on cooling down with the hops in there. You can see it's clearing out really nicely though. I put a what's it called, oh gosh, let's get this in here. Oh gosh. There we are. Oh, excuse me. Right, so we got all the hops in. Let them whirlpool a bit as it's cooling down. I'm sure it will. Let's give it a podge. Come on, get in there, you lot. So that's going to give me a nice aroma. I'm not going to bother dry hopping. It's kind of pale ale. It's more of a kind of English summer ale style. But this is going to give us a little bit of bittering. And what else? And yeah, lots of aroma. Right, so let's carry on cooling down. As you can see, it's down to 66 already. Cover it up, and then we'll get it in the fermenter. Fermenter's ready. I think this is set to 18 centigrade, so that's at the right temperature. And I'll sort some yeast out, which is going to be 04, Safale 04, and it's going to be US 05 in the American Pale Ale. So yes, carry on cooling down. In fact, I've had to put some Nottingham in actually. I've got to rehydrate it in 100 mils of water at about 35 or less centigrade. So got that in there. No, I haven't got any. I've just got that Safale 05 in my stash actually. So there's other stuff. So no, but I did buy some. I bought some British ale style yeast, some Nottingham, as I said, Platinum and Nottingham ale. This has got a shorter shelf life to it. So it's going out in 2021, so that'll last, well, a few months yet. So I'll leave that Windsor and make some beer with that later on, and let's rehydrate for a while. So we're down, it's about 15 minutes, we're down to about 20 centigrade. Just let it settle just a little bit. Obviously the yeast is rehydrating, it's getting there now. It needs to be rehydrated for about 15 minutes, so that works out well. So in a moment I'll start draining this out. I'm just going to drain it all out, give it a rinse out, shove all the stuff back and start mashing again. Well, get the water back up to temperature for mashing and start mashing again. So there we are, okay. So it's down to a good temperature there, so not too much chilling down in the fridge. A bit slow, so I think it must be a bit blocked up with the some hops or something. So I may have to give it a hand in a second if it doesn't want to. Yeah, it seems to stop completely there, so it must be blocked up or something. Oh well, we'll sort that out now. you go. Basically what I do, I just elevate this and just blow a bit on the back end there. You can see a few hops have come out. So I'm going to get all the big pots of debris and anything which, any hot particles which obviously I've used hot pellets, any what's left in it, a little bit left in it with the chop once it's finished fermenting. Yeah, that's good. So on this brew here I got something like 70, I think I was looking for something like 78.5% brew efficiency, and I ended up with somewhere near about 76, which is not far off. So now I'm quite happy with that brew. Gonna let that ferment away for a bit now and should be good. So let's just let this finish off here. I'm obviously giving it a bit of variation as well as doing this. And we'll get started on the next one. So just quickly pitch this yeast. Let's get that there. Get some of those. It does. Come on. So we'll get that in there. I'll get to work. Right, so that one's in the fermenter, starting to go. Did quite well on that one. I think it's going to be about 5.5% ABV, and yeah, it's been a good bit. I mean, adding that different yeast actually makes it it'll attenuate down to about maybe it's a bit of a more of a drier kind of yeast. So yeah, we'll give it a bit more ABV. So that's good. Next brew is an APA. So shove that in now. It's 3:30, so we've got only an hour light, but I'll bring another light outside later on to quickly finish off. Sparging with 25 litres of water, then treated with a Camden tablet and how much? I think it's about 5.5 millilitres of 85% phosphoric acid. Obviously that's from my local water, so yours will be different. Obviously it depends on what brew you're making. In the bucket there I'm going to make another, that was for 25 litres, this is only for 20 litres. So in this one we've got 71% Maris Otter, 22% Vienna and 6.6% Cara-Pils. And that's 300 grams, so it equates to 3.25 grams a kilo of Vienna and 300 grams of Cara-Pils. Going to be hopping with Magnum, Mosaic and Azacca today, and sticking some, what is it we got there? We got some Sapphire 05, mentioned that already. Looking at a original gravity of about 10.53 and estimated ABV of about 6%. Let's get on with this one then. We're up to 48 centigrade. I've put preheated water in there, so hopefully that will accelerate brew time. So we've got another 3 hours to go. It's going to be another 75-minute mash on here, so I'm going to go shopping and I'll come back and hopefully be finished by then. So I'm sitting around waiting for it all day. Right, let's carry on. So it's 6:30, just finishing off the last part of the mash here. Colour wise, yeah, it's good. Right, so we can start sparging now. Got a bit of water ready on the pot out there, Alex, so I'll crack on. So water's out, well not water out, it's about 25 in there at the moment. So just bring that up to boil. Up to 77. Take out my mash tube, and I'm just draining off the excess liquor in there. So obviously I want to get the lid on so it heats up much quicker. So I'll give it a few more minutes to drip out. once it's finished doing that, that will be up to a boil. I can put all that in a bag, and that's going to be, we've just got a new allotment, so used to have one years ago, but got a new one now, and this is going to be used as a mulch to cover up the weeds. So there's going to be a combination of hops and grain in there. So the first load of hops for this, which is Magnum, it's supposed to be 30 grams, but that's all I got left, so a bit of dust there, but it still comes within style, so it's not a biggie. I'm going to obviously stick quite a lot of Magnum stuff in later on, so that will suffice. So yeah, that smells good. I'll let that boil for an hour. We'll come back to it. Right, well, in the brew day, it's 2023. Just finishing off the boil. I've got 15 of Azacca and 15 of Mosaic. I think it's Mosaic, yeah. So I pop that in there at just down below 80, and then I'm going to do those dry hopping afterwards. Not going crazy by sticking lots of aroma hops in. That's a wrap, I think. I'm going to cool down now. Shouldn't take too long. I'll just take the time. I'm going to time it this time and see how long it takes. Once it goes down below 80, I'll shove the hops in. I'll just carry on crash chilling it right down. Takes about 20 minutes to cool down, I think, but we'll soon see. Efficiency wise, it was about 74, and I was hitting, actually no, yeah, I was hit 74. I was looking for about, what am I thinking? I don't know. I'll stick everything down below. I'm going to stick all the recipes down below what I made today. Hope you're all doing fine. These are all my Christmas kegs, so I will be tasting them just before they go out. Quality testing as you do. And it's just going to be chilled down, and what's going to happen to it? It's going to get fermented inside about 18 centigrade for about a week or two. Dry hopped with Mosaic and Azacca. Same thing with the IPA, and the pale is in the fridge, and it's just going to be fermented off for about 2 or 3 weeks until it's ready. Might just leave it in there, and that's it. Right, please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you all soon. Bye. It's 17.5 minutes down to 20 from, I think that's 68 Fahrenheit, so that's doing well. Right, let's get it chilled down a bit more because it looks like it wants to go further. The temperature outside here is about 10 centigrade, so it gives you an idea how quickly it's cooled down. Obviously it's the shelf, obviously the outside thing and the inside thing going there. So let's go and get it onto the keg, or onto the fermenter.